There's a dead mouse on your doorstep. It's small, it's perfectly placed. Sometimes there's a wing, sometimes a tail, sometimes a whole bird laid out in an oddly deliberate way. And sitting beside it, calm and proud, is your cat, watching you, waiting. You probably said thanks the first time. Maybe you laughed, maybe you gagged, but somewhere in the back of your mind, a question started to form. Why is she doing this? She's well fed. She has premium kibble in a clean bowl 6 feet away. She's never once needed to hunt for food in her entire life. And yet, roughly once a week, she walks across your kitchen carrying a corpse and presents it to you like a Christmas gift. This is one of the strangest behaviors in the animal kingdom, and the explanation for it reveals something genuinely uncomfortable about what your cat actually thinks of you. Let me break it down. First, let's establish how common this is. Studies of domestic cats with outdoor access, like the 2013 Smithsonian study led by Dr. Scott Loss, estimate that house cats in the United States kill somewhere between 1.3 and 4 billion birds and over 6 billion small mammals every single year. Your cat is not a quirky exception. Hunting and killing is what cats are evolutionarily engineered to do, even when they are fed, loved, and warm. The drive to stalk and pounce isn't a hunger response. It's hardwired into their brain independently of appetite. But killing is one thing. Bringing the body home is another. Most predators don't do this. A wolf doesn't drag a dead rabbit 5 miles back to your porch and lay it on the welcome mat. A hawk doesn't carefully position a sparrow in the middle of your kitchen floor. This specific behavior, kill, carry, deposit, supervise, is almost uniquely a domestic cat thing, and it took researchers decades to figure out why. The earliest theory was the simplest. Cats are bringing you gifts because they like you. It's the version most pet owners want to believe, and honestly, the version most cat behaviorists used to accept. But the more closely they studied it, the more it fell apart. Because cats don't gift each other in the wild. There's no thank you exchange in feline social behavior. They don't have a concept of presence. So if the gift theory is wrong, what's actually happening? The leading theory now comes from the work of researchers like Dr. John Bradshaw at the University of Bristol, one of the most respected feline behaviorists alive. And the theory is much weirder than she loves you. It starts with a mother cat. When a queen, that's the term for a mother cat, gives birth to kittens, one of her core jobs is teaching those kittens how to feed themselves. She does this in stages. First, she brings dead prey back to the nest so the kittens can eat without having to hunt. Then, as the kittens grow, she brings injured prey that's still moving so they can practice the killing motion in a safe environment. Eventually, she brings live prey and watches as her kittens figure out the rest. It's a structured tutorial, and it's one of the most important things a mother cat ever does. Now here's the unsettling part. When your house cat brings you a dead mouse and stands there watching you, behaviorists believe she is running that exact program, the teaching program, the program designed for kittens who can't hunt yet. Your cat has, somewhere in her instinctual model of the world, slotted you into the role of incompetent juvenile who needs to be taught how to feed herself. She is not gifting you a treat. She is bringing you remedial training. She watches you because she's waiting to see what you do next. In the wild, a kitten would inspect the prey, bat it around, eventually try to eat it. You don't do any of that. You make a horrified noise, pick the body up with a paper towel, and throw it in the trash. To your cat, this is the equivalent of a math tutor watching her students stare blankly at an equation, slide it off the desk, and burst into tears. But she is patient, so she tries again next week. There's a second layer to this, and it makes the picture even stranger. Cats are not pack animals the way dogs are. They evolved from the African wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica, which is a solitary species. Solitary cats don't share food. They don't have hierarchies. They don't build complex social structures. So when your house cat decides to bring food back to a shared location, your home, and present it to a specific individual, you, she's doing something her wild ancestors essentially never did. Domestication changed that. Researchers like Dr. Carlos Driscoll, who led genetic studies on cat origins published in 2007, have shown that cats domesticated themselves roughly 9,000 to 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent, when wild cats started hanging around early human grain stores to hunt the rodents that grain attracted. Humans tolerated them because the cats killed pests. The cats tolerated humans because we provided a steady food supply. Over time, the friendliest cats survived and reproduced near humans, and a new kind of relationship slowly emerged, one with no precedent in the cat family tree. That relationship is the reason your cat brings you a mouse. She has extended a behavioral program originally meant for biological kittens into a behavioral program for you. From her perspective, you are not her owner. You are not her companion. You are her dependent. And it gets worse, because there's a related theory that's even more uncomfortable, and it has to do with the way cats see human social roles. Some behaviorists have noted that cats often bring prey home not just to children or partners in the household, but specifically to the person who feeds them, the food giver. And in cat social logic, the food giver is usually a mother figure. Your cat may not just see you as a kitten, she may see you as a kitten who has, somehow, ended up running the food supply, which makes you, in her instinctive worldview, both her caregiver and her offspring at the same time. A confused hybrid role her brain doesn't fully resolve. So she does what her instinct tells her to do: feed you, teach you, repeat. If that sounds like a glitch in the system, that's because it kind of is. Domestication produced an animal whose social instincts were never designed for the relationship it now has with us. So your cat keeps running the only programs she has: mother programs, hunter programs, teacher programs, on a target those programs were never meant for. And the result is a dead bird on your doorstep. So the next time you find a small body neatly arranged outside your door, remember what's actually happening. Your cat hunted that animal. Your cat carried it home. Your cat positioned it in a specific spot. Your cat sat down and waited. And then your cat looked up at you, a 6-foot, fully grown human being with a job and a mortgage, and decided you couldn't possibly take care of yourself.